To our weather, you're looking live over Notre Dame. It looks like the sun is trying to peek through there, but a mostly cloudy, kind of muggy day out there. First Alert Chief Meteorologist Matt Engelbrecht is here with us. Matt, kind of all over the place with the weather there.
Yeah, we had some cloud cover, sticky conditions, and light rain through parts of Michiana earlier this morning. Now we're on the other side of it, where we're going to start to clear those skies out. But I want to point your attention to what's going on with the dew point. Earlier today, we were down in the mid-60s. The closer this number is to that one, the measure of moisture in the atmosphere, the stickier, more humid it feels. Now that we're starting to warm up away from the dew point, it should feel a little bit more comfortable, especially with that northerly wind at about 10 miles per hour. One thing that we can use or do is use this number to give us an idea on how cool we can get through the overnight. And overnight tonight, I'm expecting temperatures to be down in lower 60s, perhaps even the upper 50s. And you'll see that on your First Alert 10-day forecast. Temperature trend for today, 76 degrees by 2 p.m., 79 degrees by 4 p.m., 77 degrees by 6 o'clock. So we go from around 80 degrees by 4 p.m. all the way back down to the upper 60s, lower 70s by 10 p.m. Just a nice little stretch, a comfortable stretch as we get away from the heat, the humidity, and going into the rest of the week. Now, it won't stay like that. It is summer in Michiana, so that humidity will come back by Wednesday and Thursday, adding to the rainfall chances, but also the heat index will be back up closer to about 90 degrees as we get closer to Wednesday and Thursday. Talk more about that in a second. We were looking at the system, did a couple of reports on it right here. It doesn't look like much, but this is a very slow moving. There's kind of a stacked. There's a low pressure system at the surface and one up above it having to do with remnants of that tropical system. Well, that moved through parts of the triangle, putting down a foot of rainfall. More so, in fact, the flooding there, a big concern, not necessarily flash flooding, but the rivers continue to rise. More so than any kind of Cat 4 or Cat 5 hurricane impacting those areas. So they're going to be setting some crest records just with a remnant tropical system. And it shows you just how much moisture and rainfall is wrapped up in the atmosphere. This is Wednesday at about 2 o'clock in the morning. So Tuesday, it's going to be quiet. Cool start, warm afternoon. And then for your Wednesday morning, we'll start tracking the potential for some scattered showers and thunderstorms. Now, I mentioned this earlier, depending on how this unfolds, if we get a line of thunderstorms or showers developing at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, that is going to pave the way for a clear and dry evening. If this doesn't materialize, then we have to wait for the evening hours for more widely scattered showers and thunderstorms to develop. Now, so just kind of keep that in mind. I do expect there to be some rain on the radar coming up on Wednesday, after a completely dry Monday and Tuesday, the rest of our Monday and through our Tuesday. First Alert 10-day forecast, average high this time of year is 83 degrees. We'll be around that for today and then at or above that in the days ahead. Don't really see any big cold snaps in the forecast. Overnight lows, though, are going to be averaging the mid-60s. I always use 70 degrees as a good threshold. You get down below 70 degrees with the overnight lows and you can open up the window and get some fresh air. And we have, I haven't really observed a lot of that the last month and a half. This is going to be the first cool stretch in that 10-day.
I love it, Matt. Bring it on. More of like this, if you have any control over that.
None. Pumpkins.
All right, well, we have more to get to here on 16 News Now at noon.